house will creak. Your outcome's looking pretty bleak. Thunder booms and lightning crashes, leaving boots filled with ashes. As we lay you down to rest, we read the pages of the Dead Man's Digest.
Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of The Dead Man's Digest, brought to you by the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast and MiceChat.com and sponsored by Fairy Godmother Travel and the Producers Club. I am joined today by Tracy trying to squash moths. Hello! Darren.
What up, Internet?
And the lovely Miss Nina.
Hey everyone.
We are here to talk about Halloween Horror Nights 24. As you may or may not know, Darren and Nina attended the opening night media event for Halloween Horror Nights 24 in Orlando. They were hoping to go again last weekend, but they got rained out, kind of again. So I'm assuming you're planning on going again sometime.
Yeah, it looks like tentatively we'll be going on October 12th, so.
Awesome. So they are here to give us their professional opinions on all the houses, scare zones, and shows, and the event overall.
They are indeed. But before we delve into the houses, I would like to quickly pass it over to Gregory live, on location, inside the Purge Zone.
UUOP, this is Gregory live on the streets of the Purge. Gunshots are ringing out everywhere. I'll be reporting to you live for as long as I can make it tonight. Stay tuned for further updates.
Thanks for that, Gregory. We'll continue to go back to Gregory throughout the night.
So we're now going to hear about each house. What we're going to do is we're going to go around the park clockwise. But before we hear Darren and Nina's reactions in the studio, we will hear their live reaction that they recorded immediately after exiting each house.
The audio that you will be hearing behind Darren and Nina's reviews of the house will be the audio walkthrough of each house, which we will be releasing as a separate Dead Man's Digest in a few weeks. And that show will also include the Bill and Ted audio.
I cannot be held responsible for any bad language that may be heard.
Sorry.
So right, the first house we are going to talk about is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay, we just got out of From Dusk Till Dawn, and it was good. I thought it was really good. It was authentic to the TV show. They had most of the characters in there. I was able to make out most all of them. Really just another really good house, great theming, and the scenic set design looked exactly like the TV show.
Nina, were you there?
Yeah.
She did. She had nothing to say about that house.
Really?
When we first left.
Yeah. I think that was our last house? Second to last house? I think that's the only house I didn't give a comment. It's not that I didn't like it, it's just, I don't know.
I'm more familiar with watching the show. I watched the entire series, so.
Have you not seen it then, Nina? No.
No, only a few episodes, probably like 2 episodes, and not in order, so I didn't really have much to say. I could just talk about the set, but it's not relatable to me.
Darren, from a point of view of having seen the TV series, what did you think of it?
Yeah, like I said there in the review, it was incredibly authentic to the show. Like, they did a great job. They had all the characters from the show in there, at least making like a quick appearance.
Brilliant.
Here and there. And the actual set and theming around it was again really really authentic. That's going to be a buzzword for this entire Halloween Horror Nights, because they did a great job of sticking true to the different houses, to the IPs.
Cool.
Good.
But yeah, it was a really good house, really well themed. They had vampire strippers, that kind of thing. So
What's not to like?
I know they had Santana Co. Pandemonium in there. I've seen pictures of her.
yes, yeah, they did. She actually appears 2 times. One time as not an actual character, just a statue that's like covered head to toe in blood, which was kind of cool, and had like water running over the top to make it look like the blood was just flowing over the top, just over and over again, which was really neat. And then she appeared towards the end of the house as well, dancing with a snake.
Cool. Because they even had the Barker guy out the front as well, didn't they? Obviously not as rude as
they
Cheech
did.
Marin in the
And he
film.
was- yeah, exactly. And he was going live, so he was
Wow.
he was just barking all night long.
So that's cool.
That's a job and a half.
It's a shame they couldn't go along the Cheech Marin route, because that would be amazing.
Yeah, right.
That would raise it above any house ever for
I'd just
me.
like to say, though, you get outbarked by you because you'd be joining in.
Oh yeah, I know all that
Yeah,
speech
I know.
off by heart.
Yeah, and I gotta say, this house was another one that was bitten by the censorship bug a little bit too.
Yeah.
The name of the place,
Yeah.
which we won't say what the full actual name is, but they were calling it the Twister.
Isn't it the
There's
Twister in the
another
show,
word.
though, as well?
No.
Oh,
No.
it's still a... Yeah.
Yes.
There's another word before
Yeah.
that.
And the word that precedes Twister, they were also covered up in the neon sign as well, whereas they aren't in the actual one.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
just a little bit.
So-
a little bit of that.
So you say the theming was really good. What about the scares, Darren?
Yeah, the scares I thought were really good. They had some really good shock jump scares. They used strobe lights pretty effectively in a couple of scenes, like where they just had like, in one scene a girl was like, basically I guess straddling a guy and like chewing on his throat, and then but they were doing it like really, like you're only seeing her from the back, and then like they kick on the strobe lights, and then she's like right up in your face.
Wow.
So yeah, they did some really cool ones like that.
Exactly. When you actually walk into the Twister, they had like curtains where you can see, I guess it'd be like you're taking the women to the rooms, whatever, and then they're all of a sudden chewing up the guy's necks, and then they'll have like a curtain, and you're walking by, okay, and then that's where they get you with the strobe lights and everything. It was unexpected. The scares were good. That was a good house for scares and set design.
So for someone who's never seen the TV show, then Nina, what did you think of the house overall?
Well, I saw an important episode, the one with the main snake lady, so I kind of like understood the gist of the house. But overall, it felt very short. Like I always judge houses based on like the set and the scares and the length and stuff like that, and originality. I think it really stuck to the show, like he said, and the scares were good, but I just felt really short, and I felt like I had a lot of busy areas. Like an area would just be like curtains. Like it just felt rushed, but it
Okay.
still was really, really good. One of my favorites.
Well, the next house we're going to hear about is Roanoke Cannibal Colony.
Okay, we just got out of Roanoke Cannibal Colony.
Oh my God.
Nina, what did you
Oh
think?
my gosh, elaborate. The disturbed minds that designed this amazing house. Wow. The scares are everywhere. Wow. So what did you think? Oh my God.
It was really good. It ramped up in intensity from the beginning to the end. They did a really good job, once again, with the distraction scares, and extremely elaborate, like you said.
And the sets were beautiful, gorgeous, from beginning to end.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Favorite house.
Right.
I
Right.
said it. Favorite house.
Good to know.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really good. The really cool thing about this house is how tall the sets were. Like it was in one of the sound stages, but I've never seen one like quite so like immersive and like full all encompassing kind of like some of the sets were like it had to be like 12, 13, 14 feet tall.
Wow.
So like yeah, it seems like they took a cue from Diagon Alley there. Like, hey, we're gonna fully surround you.
No, I was going to say, you said this was your favourite house. What was it about it that made it your favourite house?
I think it was the house I at least expected to be so amazing. I thought it was just going to be one of those throwaway houses. Like, there's always that one every year. You're just like, oh, it's going to be okay. But it ended up being my favorite because you walk in and just immediately it was gorgeous. They had like these rows of like corn, and you had the scare actors like hiding, and they jump out and get you. And then they had
Wait. There was 2 scare actors there. And Nina screamed at the first one, so they continued to attack her all the way through the cornfield there.
Oh,
So she
Nina.
thought that like there was 8 guys in there like jumping out. I mean, there was actually just 2 guys that just kept going back to her.
it was so scary. But some houses, they usually have like just like I mentioned before, those areas where you can like turn a corner and it's just extra, just empty walk space. There's no scares. But no, it was just constant. We got you. And there was a story. You walked in. It was like, if anyone knows about the story of Roanoke and the colony and everything, it's just you have the colony and everyone's happy, and then all of a sudden people are dying and eating each other, and all of a sudden you have these Native American people on stilts, and you're like, Oh, it was just. I don't even want to think about it.
Was it a gory house?
Oh yeah.
Yes, people burning, cut in half on the fire, and
Yeah. They had people roasting on a spit. They had a guy with like basically he had like half his body through an oven, and his hand. He was like his hands were on the glowing embers, and he just like kept looking at you and screaming, like asking
help
for help.
me!
And it's like, oh my god, that
Awesome.
was yeah. And the Native Americans on Stilt she was talking about it are the Wendigos. The Native American spirits that were influencing the colony to become cannibals and eat each other because of the transgressions they've made against the Native American people.
Right.
So
That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah, pretty messed up, and the scare actors did a great job in that house as well. Probably best performance by the scare actors in any of the houses.
Cool.
Wow.
Just going back over a little bit, Darren. Where was it From Dusk Till Dawn house?
Dusk Till Dawn was also in a soundstage.
And Roanoke was as well.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it was.
Cool. So we shall move on to the next one, which is Dollhouse of the Damned.
Okay, and we just got out of Dollhouse of the Damned. I thought this one was really cool. They did some messed up stuff with smells in there. Very disturbing, surreal house. What do you think?
I was sprayed by a giant baby. If you can just label this house with one word, it's disturbing. Oh my god, you must do this house.
I like that.
Talk to me about the smells.
Okay, so in one room they have they were dubbing the nursery. They had a room with some giant cribs in it. There was about 4 giant cribs in the room, and each crib had a giant man baby in it. They were actually like full-size adults wearing diapers and wearing the super creepy baby masks. If you've seen them over there, they're like full head baby masks, and like they look like they're crying. They're some of the most disturbing masks I've ever seen, and I've seen them on a couple of other like TV shows and that kind of thing as well. But yeah, they were used very effectively in there, and there was excrement smeared all over the walls, and they used their new scent technology to pump out some poo smell in there.
Delightful.
Full scale, like assaulting you with all the senses there. There's also another fun scare actor to watch out for. It's a big fat guy again in a baby's costume, set up there, sitting in a high chair. And as you walk by, you get sprayed from under the high chair.
I got sprayed in the face.
Yeah. And then he's just looking at you and giggling like a baby. It was so disturbing.
It was disturbing.
Yeah. And then on top of that, they had hallways that were, made of porcelain doll faces all the way down. They had a lot of your like favorite childhood toys. Like they had a Teddy Ruxpin like crucified on the wall.
Yay!
With his cassette tape innards like coming out of his chest.
Wow.
Yeah, like all kinds of really cool creepy scares. Like
Don't
that.
forget that scare that you got. There's the best scare I've ever seen Darren receive was in the hallway in that same house where like there's mummies and they're holding dolls, but some of them were actually just stuffed and some were actual people. That one got you.
Yep.
So look out for
They
that.
did. They got me pretty good with that one.
Cool.
That's a new one, Darren. You don't often get many scares in the houses, do you?
He got a few this year.
Yeah.
Really?
So, Nina, what did you think of this house overall?
Ugh. I wanted to take a shower after. It was so disturbing. It was dirty. And then the babies, like he was mentioning before, the giant babies, and they would reach at you through the crib rails. Ugh. Good job. This
Definitely.
is
One of the most disturbing houses I've been to, which I was happy to see.
It's good that we've gone through 2 sort of non-IP houses so far, and you've both like been raving about them,
Yeah.
which is good to
Yeah.
hear. Yeah.
They happen to be our top favorites this year.
Right. Well, next then, we want to hear about Halloween.
Okay, this is Darren,
And Nina?
and we just went through the Halloween house. Nina, what'd you think?
Oh my god, it was amazing. If you're a fan of the movie, it is literally scene for scene, like shot for shot. It is amazing. Scares are not scarce.
Okay, yep, they have some great distraction scenes and everything. Definitely recommend this house.
Now, we've heard your first walkthrough of this house already on the Dead Man's Digest. And I had to get my bleep machine out, didn't I, Nina? But it's like, I'm not a huge fan of Halloween, but having listened to your walkthrough and you guys talking about it, I can't wait to watch the film, and I'm actually gutted. I've seen it.
With
For
me?
a long time. No.
Exactly. And how long have we been together? And I have not been able to get you to watch that movie.
I'll give it a plug to Andy DeGenova from the Real Fans for Real Movies. Thanks for sending me a copy over last year. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, though, but I will watch it this year. But
Last year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like one that I really, really want to go through.
This was one that excited me the second it was announced.
Yeah. Definitely. The authenticity in this one is amazing. Like they replicate every kill from the original movie, and like it was a tent house, but you don't know as soon as you get in there. As soon as you get in, you forget that you're in a tent house. Dollhouse of the Damned was also a tent house as well.
Okay.
Before I forget that. This one it's crazy how detailed they got it in. They even put a whole car in there. Because there is a scene where somebody gets strangled from the back seat of the car in a garage, and they put that whole scene in, and they had a scare actor in the car getting strangled over and over and over and over again. So yeah, as far as the kills go, they had just about everything in there. Again, really authentic. Some of the jump scares were great. They had one particularly good one where they have a ghost hanging in front of a doorway, like a really cheesy like Halloween ghost. And so you look back at it, it's behind you as you're walking away, and you look back at it and you go, oh, just a little ghost hanging in the hallway. They're really losing their touch here. And then Michael Myers comes out from underneath the ghost and goes to knife you, and it's like, okay, never mind. You're doing really good. They added a couple more details since we went through for the original walkthrough. They wrote Michael Myers' sister's name in blood on the wall, like up the staircase and that kind of thing.
Okay.
They added a few more details, and the scare actors were really tuned by the time opening night came around, so it was really good.
You can tell that this is Mike Aiello's baby. Like there's a lot of detail and time and thought put into this. It's just, it goes from story, because the movie got broken down into scene to scene, like into scenes. So as you're going through the house, it feels like you're going from scene to scene to scene, and it's the detail and the scares, and it was beautiful. Didn't you say this was the first house ever with carpet? It was like authentic. It looked like a house with a staircase and a family room and a kitchen, and wow.
Mm-hmm. You know, we watched the walkthrough in Attractions Magazine, went on their show last week, and there was the section that I found quite cool was, I think you get through one of the bits, and then you come through to a room where there's about 7 or 8 Michael Myers there, but obviously some are dummies. I love that. I love that where you're not sure who's real and who isn't.
Yeah, and they also use a thing that they call spider string. Which is little strings that hang from the ceiling that just catch your nose and that kind of thing. Incredibly disturbing. So while you're walking through, trying to watch all of the statues to see which one's a real person, then you're getting the spider string as well, just another distraction.
Excellent.
Really great. And just a little bit of trivia on that one. The kitchen scene is, I actually found this out from Behind the Thrills, did the daytime tour.
Okay.
With the lights on, and they told them that the kitchen scene is just brought over directly from Evil Dead.
All right.
So they repurposed all the props for that to use for the kitchen scene. And
why not?
It's interesting how they can do that. A kitchen from a rustic cabinet and put it in another house and just change like the wallpaper, and it looks totally different.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Recycling, I like it.
Why not? If you can reuse stuff from other houses, why not save that money and then put that money into something else?
Definitely.
So the next one we're going to hear is Giggles and Gore Inc.
Okay, we just got out of Giggles and Gore Incorporated. Scary clowns. A lot of it seems like it was reused items from previous houses. Still pretty good, still pretty effective house. What do you think?
Completely agree. This one tickled my funny bone, but in the weirdest way. It was bizarre. There were body parts It was just awesome.
I need to
that
ask.
sound behind us was chainsaws, by
Yes. I love that noise. Darren, I need to ask one question. Was Jack in there?
the way. Jack was not in there.
Oh,
I don't know what was going on.
he
but
better
yeah,
be
yeah.
back next year.
Yes, maybe that's what it is. He's getting ready for his big debut again next year.
He's
So come on
waiting for
then,
me.
talk to us about what would have been Tracy's favourite house this year.
It's messed up. They had some really crazy twisted stuff in this one as well. They had an evil clown using I guess like a good but dead clown that will be repurposed later as a ventriloquist dummy, like
Cool.
right when you walk in.
Oh,
those
it's even
both scare
worse.
Yeah, they were both scare actors, so they did a great job with it. Yeah, I know they're just like really gory, messed up house for sure.
My favorite houses. The bloody ones are my favorite.
You think girl
yeah.
after my own heart.
It sounded like you really enjoyed it then, Nina.
Yeah. For some reason, this is the house that I least remember, but I just remember enjoying it very much. It kind of reminded me of the mixture of the Holiday of Horrors house many years ago, just the gory aspect. But set wise, it was okay. It was average. Scares were okay. The gory and the characters themselves did a really good job.
Yeah, this one was the outside house. It was in the extended queue for Disaster.
Okay, which is
So
quite often the one that gets the most. Like a lot of people say that the Disaster Queue house is generally one of the worst, isn't it?
it is. There's no. The walls that they build there don't reach the ceiling, so you see like the ceiling. It really takes you out of it, I think.
Right.
Seeing like that whole outside atmosphere and environment while you're walking through. So it seems more like you're walking like outside in alleyways as opposed to like actually being in the house.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still really messed up. If you have a fear of clowns, then good God, this would have been like a nightmare for you, big time. So yeah, they're like ripping apart good clowns and smashing them in grinders and press machines and all those kind of things, and
Cool.
pumping out evil clowns. And at the end of this house, they actually had where I thought we would see Jack is they had a area like a kind of walk through area called the Discarded. That's what it was.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Yes.
it's like these are the ones that were just too messed up. They couldn't do anything with these ones.
Oh, wow.
So I was expecting to see Jack because they like kind of had like cells in that area, and I was expecting to see Jack in one of them. So maybe it was just the particular walkthrough we did. He wasn't there. This was the last house we visited, so
Right.
it's possible that we had less scare actors than they did during the last house.
Oh, it sounds like a breeze for me.
Yeah.
So moving swiftly on, the next house we're going to hear about is Dracula Untold, Reign of Blood.
Okay, we just got out of Dracula Untold. Nina, what'd you think?
I thought it was actually a standard house. Pretty good scares. Everything was really beautiful. It got me excited to see the movie actually, but it was pretty standard. But I got a good couple scares.
Yeah, it was gothic redressed with some more vampires, I think. It was all right. There was nothing wrong with it. The pillaging scene is really cool. A lot of fire, a lot of brimstone going, but overall, not
Average
one
house.
of the average, not one of the strongest.
It didn't sound like you were overly enamored with that one, Darren.
No, but even at that, like even with that being like probably my least favorite house of the year, it was still really good. I mean, the production quality was very good. It's just when you've got so many awesome houses going on, one of them is going to be like the worst, So
Yeah.
Fair enough.
and that was it. But and even like during the presentations and things like that, when we had people talking about it, when like before at the actual media event itself, that kind of thing, like it's kind of one they just like passed over really quick. They're like, Dracula Untold is going to be out in theaters. Okay, well, so anyways, now we got this next one here. But they did do a really good job with it. The vampires were really good in it. The pillaging scene that I was talking about, like the whole city's on fire. They've got like Roman kind of soldiers, getting attacked and that kind of thing. And they had some really interesting effects too.
That was my favorite. They had a scene where there's this one guy shooting arrows at another person to your left. So you have someone on your right shooting to the left, and you're like in the middle of like the crossfire, but they were using like what's it called, like air
Airbursters.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
to shoot you. They're in the wall and you couldn't see them, but you'd feel it. So
Awesome.
it felt like you had the arrows shooting past your face. And also the set was beautiful.
Yeah.
In the bricks. But that was, like I said before, you know, the houses that like to like spend a lot of time just, you know, escorting you through the house without any scares. That's what this one had a lot. It was beautiful. It had bricks. It actually felt like brick. And I'm like, wow, there's nothing going on. But average house. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like, oh.
I think it was probably the house that most people before the event were kind of expecting to be the, like you said, Darren, the worst, but not necessarily because it's bad, just because it's not as good as the
Yeah,
rest.
everything else is so strong.
Right. Yeah.
When I
think-
saw the trailer for the movie months ago, I'm like, yep, Universal, yep, it'll be a house. And there it was a house. Which doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's you can, I don't know.
It's a weird thing, isn't it, with it not being out yet? It's kind of like you're walking through going, it's cool, but because I've not seen the movie,
You can't relate to it.
there's
as
a disconnect.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that would have been served well by having the movie out a little earlier, so that people had a chance to see the movie before going through the house. But like Nina said during the initial review, it got me and her excited about going to see the movie itself and seeing remembering back to the house. That'd be pretty cool.
We'll see, because I think most people are expecting it to be crappy, but whatever. Well, speaking of crappy movies, the penultimate house we will talk about is Alien versus Predator. Did you like that little segue there? I was quite pleased with that.
Subtle.
Okay, we just got through Alien versus Predator. I'm going to go first on this one. It was amazing set design, really good set design, not a lot of scares.
100% agree. The scares were lacking, but the set made up for it. It was gorgeous, but you really did feel like you're in the middle of a war. You were part of it.
And the animatronic aliens are excellent. They did a really good job.
Spot on, yeah, I agree.
All right.
Right, we've watched the walkthrough of this, and even though all along we were talking about Alien versus Predator, and I was like, it looked amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It was the most beautiful house I've ever seen. It really was. The ceilings were even done, so you didn't feel like you were in a set. Yeah, it was beautiful. It even had like things on like pistons, like things were moving. You had a room with all the eggs, and it felt like it was drippy and wet, and it was
Wow.
beautiful. It was amazing.
It was. But another cool thing they did was they incorporated some of the outside world in on it, because they had rows of like plants, palm trees, that kind of thing outside the window, with like water effects and actually like aliens, random little the face hugger type aliens, jumping up at the windows like as you went by.
Oh yeah.
So it was really cool how they did that. It felt a lot like the original The Thing house,
Right.
that they had in there a few years ago. I
Yeah.
think they repurposed a lot of the interior for it.
Right.
But yeah, the Predators were also they're very intimidating but not scary. I think the suits might be too big for them to move around really
Right.
quickly. They kind of would just like step out from like behind the wall and just like stand there with their arms crossed kind of thing. But they did have them. They were about, I'd say like 8 feet tall.
They're huge.
Yeah, very
Wow.
very big.
I think it's one of those things, isn't it, that it's like people just want to see the Predators.
Exactly. Yeah. So they would just like step out and just be like standing at the end of the hallway. And that was another kind of thing that they used them for, like an intimidation factor. Like he's there standing at the end of the hallway, and you have to go walk right past him to get to the next room, kind of thing. So it's like, okay, I hope he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And they incorporated people and like scare actors as like military people, and they'd be like, come on, go. And then I know they was it last year they introduced it? No, I'm pretty sure they've used it before, where you actually have to like crawl your way through the house.
Yeah, we
This
saw
house
it.
had that this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had to crawl like duck.
Yeah, I was going
For
to
a
bring that
while.
up. Yeah. Because that really that led to
Well, then one popped
claustrophobia
out
as
at
well.
that
wouldn't-
level,
yeah,
didn't
the
it?
I
alien.
don't like that.
See,
Honestly, I've never been a fan of that.
like for what
Yeah,
Nina
I'm
said
with you.
there, Darren, kind of what we've talked about before with the Walking Dead house last year, that they incorporate team members dressed as, like it was, I think it was a policeman in the Walking Dead house, and the same with the military. It's a nice themed way of having team members getting people to
cheering you
keep
along.
moving.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing in Alien vs. Predator. I don't remember seeing any non-costumed employees that are usually there standing in the corners that scare everybody more than the actual scare actors.
Well, I understand they have to do it to get people to keep moving on, but like the way they've done it in there, I think at least keep it with the theming of the house makes it a much better
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were a lot nicer this year about not like yelling at you like keep moving, move on. Like those people that were there, they seem to have toned that down quite a bit. So I think that's.
I think they had a few complaints about that last year because people being taken out of the.
People must have been complaining about. I complained about it when we went 10 years ago.
It does. It takes you out of the scene.
It really does, yeah. And I can understand them not wanting people to hang back, but even when you're not hanging back, they were still yelling at you. So.
Yeah.
Well,
that was nice this year not having that.
Good.
We talked about in the rumours a while ago, Darren, that apparently you would see a predator in camouflage. Did you see it?
No, it must have been hiding really low.
Good camouflage.
We've watched the walkthrough of it twice, and I'm not sure what it looks like. It could be a screen. It's like a blue. Do you remember? We've seen it, haven't we? Because we both went, "Oh man, that's cool."
I'll just say yes because I can't actually remember.
No, it was like it was like the end of the corridor. There was like a blue like window, and you saw it bend down behind the window.
Yes.
In its camouflage.
It was pretty cool.
It looked like it was a screen, but it looked pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't remember seeing it, but
something to look out for next time.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's cool. I like how they managed to.
Yeah, and there's always some randomness involved in the houses because they're doing shift changes every 30 minutes when you're going through. So if you catch it on a shift change, sometimes you just get bad luck and you don't see everything that you're meant to see.
Okay. Right, well, the last house that we need to hear about is The Walking Dead End of the Line.
Okay, we just got through Walking Dead End of the Line. Nina, since you are a fan of the show, what did you think?
Amazing. It was play by play, exactly like the show. You felt like you were in it. You know how they talk about this longest house? It feels like the longest house. They have the most scare actors. You see the most scare actors. It's scare after scare. It's intensity. It's scenes from the show, from the helicopter falling through the ceiling to Terminus, and you feel like you actually reached Terminus, like you went through a journey. So A+. I thought it was amazing.
There's a lot of zombies in there.
I've got to go to Darren first. Sorry, Nina. Darren, as
That's
someone
fine.
who wasn't interested in The Walking Dead, coming back for a third year, how was it?
I gotta say, it was pretty awesome. they did a awesome job with it. I actually watched some clips from the show after we went because I wanted to see what Terminus was about and the big spot as well, the store that they spend a lot of time in during the series, during this season. I mean. And spot on. They did a great job once again of being authentic to the story, and it was definitely long because I was looking at the audio recordings I did. This one is twice as long as any other house. It was
Actually,
about 8.5 minutes long.
I noticed that when I was editing. Yeah, it is twice as long as all the others.
It is, and it keeps going and going and going. By the time you get to the end of it, you forget you started off in the prison. Like, I had, totally forgotten about that scene, and I was, had to think back in my mind, okay, yeah, we actually did. We started off in the prison and moved on from there, so.
So where was this, Darren?
This was 2 sound stages. It was over on the, I'm trying to think. I think it was maybe 23 and 24.
Is that the one up there near the New York Public Library, then?
Yeah, it's one yeah, exactly. It's one that I mean, it is one big soundstage, but they usually have it barred off and separated for 2 different houses. So they just took that separation out and made it one giant house. And the one really cool thing about this was they had some synchronized zombies in there. So as you walk through an area, one zombie would pop out, and then 3 other zombies would pop out at the same time, in unison. So the one would catch you off guard, and then the 3 other ones come at you at the same time, that kind of thing.
Wow.
Because this was the most scare actors that they've ever had in a house as well.
Yeah, so they double the amount of scare actors?
Yeah, it was really evident.
Because what I'm understanding is it's the largest house they've ever done.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Correct.
But this is the last year Walking Dead's going to be there, isn't it?
Nobody knows.
Oh, okay.
They haven't officially said that yet.
I'm just wondering whether they send it off with a bang.
It sounds like it. I think a lot of people are hoping so, but again, I'm hearing a lot of people say that they weren't bothered about it, but it has been a
proved
lot of
popular.
people's favourite, or at least in the top 3 houses.
I'd like to see it next year.
Nina,
I was pleasantly surprised when I heard that Walking Dead was coming back. I wasn't the most excited, but this house was really, really great because it stuck to the show. And it being a fan of a show, like a really big fan of a show, and to actually be living it, it's really nice. And I don't know if spoiler alert, if anyone hasn't seen the show, starts off with Herschel being beheaded. So
What?
look out for that. Yeah. Oh no, sorry.
We haven't
Wait to
had
see
that
which
yet.
is
No, I'm
kidding.
kidding.
No, I'm sorry. No. No, I'm so sorry. But okay. Surprise.
she's pulling
that
your
happened.
leg, Nina. We've seen it.
Oh, okay. Well, in front of the, I actually felt bad there. In front of the house, I missed it. I had to actually look back at someone else's pictures, and his head's just lying there. And
Cool.
you start in the prison, you leave, you have the foresty area, then you have that one store that they go to. I forgot the name of it.
Big spot.
There you go, big spot. The helicopter, and then the part where you have the shelves falling on the guy. He's like, "Run!" The doctor, he's like, "Run, run!" And they have a scare actor there telling you to run. And where does it go next? Oh my goodness, it does everything, every scene, and then it ends up at
Went through some woods.
yeah. There's a lot of
Uh-huh.
yeah. The season was a lot of them running from the prison because they had to
Yeah.
actually evacuate.
Yeah.
And I really wish that they had the tunnel. Remember the tunnel with the
Oh,
zombies
they didn't
when
do that.
Glenn. No, they didn't have the tunnel.
I
thought
heard that
would
was
be
supposed to be
really
part of
good.
it.
No, I wasn't. I was so sad.
I was just going to
That
say,
is
what was the
such a
tunnel
shock,
like?
to be
I-
quite honest.
That was one of
It's
the
like a-
strongest
That is such a surprise.
episodes and scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was really hoping for that, but they had the signs, that they had on the side of the railroad. It said, "Go to meet me here, Glen Terminus." They had that. When you go into Terminus, you think it's happy and you're gonna be saved, but no, you have that woman there that's cooking, and it's just, and then you end up with the cage of zombies, and it's exactly like the show, just like we were.
That
Cool.
last scene with the zombies that were fenced in, they had a good 20-25 scare actors just in that one area.
Wow.
And some of the fence had holes, but you didn't see where because of the lights were flashing and
Oh.
strobes. So you're like, okay. It's like it kind of felt like a mirror house because you didn't know where you're having to turn and like, okay, is it safe here? And then they jump out. Really
I'm
good.
so glad that after all the crap that Universal got about doing The Walking Dead for a 3rd year, that they have what seemed to have knocked it out the park.
Yeah, they made the most of it for sure.
Excellent.
Cool. Right, well, that wraps up all the houses, so I'm going to ask you two to give us your top 3 houses in order, number 3 to number 1. Darren.
Okay. My number 3 is the one I was having a tough time trying to pick. My top 2 were very clear. For my 3rd house, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Dusk Till Dawn on
Okay.
that. I liked it a lot, and like I said, it stayed really true to the series. So I really like that one. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Halloween. Very strong, very authentic, and I got to walk through it with Mike Aiello, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
definitely. And my number 1 house this year is one of their original houses. It's Dollhouse of the Damned.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, I love it. I love to see their original creative side. It harkens back to my first time going
Yeah.
when everything was original and excellent like that. So,
Nina.
number 3.
Because I hear
Number
your
3.
top 3 is very different.
Number 3 is Dollhouse. It is his number 1, but it was so good. Number 2, we did agree. Halloween. He is indecisive. He keeps changing his mind. That's why I've set on my 3. But they're all so good, so it's so hard to choose. And then my number 1 is Roanoke.
Awesome.
For sure,
Cool.
hands down, best house.
It's
Awesome.
good to see that you've both got some of the original ones in there that they are, because as I say, it seems
Yeah.
to be the last few years that they haven't been the best houses, and it's good to see that a lot of people are giving them a lot of love, which will hopefully make them do a lot more rather than going down the IP route.
Now, before we move on to the scare zones, I want to go back live to Gregory on location inside the purge zone. Gregory, are you there?
Citizens are taking the streets with all kinds of weapons, knives, chainsaws, machine guns. It's crazy out here. For one night only, all crime, including murder, is legal. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. What's that? Oh no.
Those officials with intent on firearms remain unharmed, and any usage of weapon of class 4 or higher is forbidden. All emergency services will be suspended for the next 12 hours. Those who are following the rules of the purge will be prosecuted. Members of the network may be found officers who have not participated in the purge to do them.
Oh no. That siren means all crime is legal for the next 12 hours. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the night. Golf clubs, AKs, machetes, chainsaws. You'll be lucky to make it out of here alive.
Just a reminder, helping others tonight is not an option. Blessed be America, a nation reborn. Let the hunt begin, boys and girls. Well, good evening. How are you all doing this evening? Are we enjoying the purge? Not cleansing our souls? I hope you're not calling for help because there's no help tonight. Where are you going? Don't leave us so soon, my friends, and I just want to play for a little bit. Boys and girls, we got new victims. She's in a black jacket with white stripes. She's ready to be purged. Oh, good luck, ladies.
Thanks again, Gregory, and I'll be hearing from Gregory again before the end of the night.
Right, before we move on to the scare zones, we will take a quick break, and then we'll be back.
This October, 3 new attractions come to Yorkshire from PUP Events. At Woolly Edge, 25th of October to the 2nd of November, The Pit. When you're hooded and alone, don't lose the rope. And The Barn, where family is all that matters. And in Sheffield, 27th to the 30th of October, EVAC. Sometimes you can dig too deep. All events run 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. Just £6 each or £14 with the special Triple Terror ticket. For more information and booking, visit www.pupevents.co.uk. And don't be late.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Dead Man's Digest. Time to move on to the scare zones, so we will start with Masquerade Unstitched.
Yeah, before we actually start talking about those, we got to give a big caveat. The opening night, it was raining all night long,
Yeah.
and when that happens, they tend to send a lot of scare actors home.
I'll tell you what,
So,
do you feel at the moment that you couldn't do a proper review of these scare zones?
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
Right,
I think they were at 50% missing.
you're planning
Even
on
Purge.
going again. Shall we leave the scare zones until you have chance to visit again?
yeah, we can do that.
Does that make sense? Rather than give a half-assed review of it.
Yeah,
True.
Okay,
really.
Yeah.
so we will come back for them at some point in the near future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing I'll talk about in the scare zones is we did get to catch a live human auction in the Purge scare zone.
Awesome.
Which was really cool. I love when they do little like vignette kind of things.
Yeah, definitely.
In the middle of the scare zones, and that's what they did. Because in the movie, the rich people auction off poor people. To be put in like a kind of an arena, and where the rich people have weapons and the poor people do not. So it's just like a matter of time. It's a safe way for them to purge without having to be on the streets with the heathens. So they actually had somebody out, and the actor that was playing the person being auctioned was so great because she's like looking around to everyone pleading like, please help me, please do something.
And the lady's like, $500.
And then hands are shooting up like they didn't use like actors for the people that were like part of the auction.
Yeah, it could have been us. Yes, us.
Yeah, it was. We kept raising our hands over and over again.
Awesome.
But yeah, I think ours went for $400,000.
Whoa.
Was the final bid, and then they had one of the actors just grab the girl and just wrench her out.
I felt so bad
from the area, and like meanwhile, she's still screaming and like, please help, please.
It's cool.
That's scary.
It was.
It's kind of like what we spoke about on episode 111 about the Bayou of Blood with the live sacrifice, which unfortunately is now apparently not being held. But I like the fact that they've made this.
We still have a few weeks. They might adjust it. And put it back out.
I hope so. Because I like the fact that there's more of a show element to it rather than it just being an area.
Mm-hmm. It was mesmerising as well, wasn't it?
It was. She was really good.
Awesome.
The voodoo queen.
Priestess Mamba.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I wish we would have been able to see it.
We'll see it.
You will, hopefully. It's on YouTube anyway.
Let's go jump in. We are going to head back over to the Purge Zone one last time to hear from Gregory live on location.
This may be my final update for the evening. Maybe if I hide behind this grass, then you won't see me. Good call. We've been running around for hours. It's not a good idea to be out here. If anyone is thinking of joining the Purge, please heed my warning. Don't come out here. Don't do it. For the Dead Man's Digest, this has been Gregory on location from the Purge.
Well, to wrap up this show, we know you guys didn't see the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but how was this year's Bill and Ted?
Well, this was my first time. I've actually never seen it before.
Really?
Yeah, because I've never had enough time to actually like see all the houses and the scare zones. So it's kind of one of those things my friends and I would skip. But having the time to actually see it now for the first time, it's a nice place to have like a comedic, like a time to like breathe. It's like a place to relax after being scared all night from all the houses and everything. It's not what I expected. I forgot my dollar bills at home. It was very adult. That's all I can say. I didn't expect it to be. I didn't know it was like that. I thought it was like the show. It's like, yeah, let's go back in time and have fun. But no, it's not. It was really funny, and the people, the dancers are amazing. And the cracks at Disney. Being a Disney and a Universal fan, I didn't know whether to cheer or to be heartbroken. It was so good and bad at the same time. Oh my goodness.
Based on the controversy of last year's show, it looks like they really dialed back on that, but then decided to just go full scale, all out assault on Disney.
Yeah, they had avatar creature with a Mickey Mouse ears come out at one part. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, they weren't trying to hide it at all.
It was blatant, and the whole theme of the show was like about these the magic bands, and how it was like college keeping track of their children, the students with these magic bands, and there was someone actually controlling the magic bands and killing off people, and that was the whole theme of the show, and Anna and Elsa made an appearance.
Which was hilarious.
Yeah, Olaf made an appearance as a bucket of water with a carrot in it.
Oh, sorry, Olaf.
Summer came.
If Hunter goes to, not that he goes to Halloween Horror Nights, but if he did, you could see Hunter be like on his knees in front of the stage crying, no!
Yeah, but it was a really good show this year.
It was funny. Really funny.
Yeah, really strong year for them. A big comeback when we thought that it wasn't going to be around anymore. They came back in a big way. It was great.
Well, we have the audio of that, so we will share it on that big audio show at some point. But I will have to edit it because Darren, it was very loud.
Oh, was it?
And when that bass kicks in, is whoa.
With
Does
the
it
big-
distort? So I might have to edit some little bits out, but the majority of it's there. And it is funny.
Yeah, but it is a really
yeah.
visual show so make sure you go out and see it if you're able to.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, you two, for sharing your thoughts. Now, we also want to ask our listeners to get involved. When you've been to Halloween Horror Nights this year, email us your top 3 houses in order, and at the end of the event, we'll compile a UUOP listeners' top 3. Now, the email address, as usual, is podcast@uuopodcast.com.
We've had a few in already, so it's
Cool.
quite interesting.
Excellent.
So that will conclude this episode. So for Tracy, Darren, Nina, and Gregory, I've been Lee, and you have been listening to The Dead Man's Digest.
And if you're heading to Halloween Horror Nights soon, enjoy yourself, because everyone is entitled to one good scare.